I was hitting this button for him. Quick clicking on stuff. We're live, J Rock. Just the splash screen's up right now, though. So here we are live. DRTV's checking in tonight with TWA Racing. Got the trucks running around here at Dover tonight, and I got J Rock from SBP with me up in the booth. How's it going, J Rock? Yeah, it looks like we're getting right in the middle of their practice time here. They only got a couple minutes left to practice, and then I guess they're going to go through their qualifying and then drivers meeting and all before we get rolling. Yeah, we're looking at Matt now as he's making a few laps out here in practice. Looks like he's running the Krispy Kreme donuts truck tonight. We're always paying attention to the chat box. Try to answer questions to the drivers as you guys ask them during cautions or what have you, and get you guys interactive a little bit. And primarily, we're just here to hang out and have fun watching these guys run. It's a pretty good group. So, what do you think we're going to see tonight, J Rock? This is Dover. Oh, look at there. During practice, looks like they're taking out a couple trucks already. So, looks like some drivers are going to have to go to backups. Yeah, it's kind of odd. Kelly's usually one of the locals or one of the regulars out here. I hear that. Well, since they're going to qualifying, we'll go ahead and run our DRTV commercial or ad and let these guys get to it. And then we'll come back and maybe talk some stats about some speeds or something. We'll be right back. Well, there's an extra button pushed on my part, but that's okay. So, what do we know? Let's look at the standings so far. Yeah, right now it looks like Matt's on the pole, followed by Daniel, Martin, and Chase. Top four cars. So they're probably in the middle of the drivers' meeting right now. A couple more minutes, we ought to see them start lining up out here. Well, I was going to try something, but that ain't working. Yeah, threw this broadcast together pretty quick tonight, within 2 hours. Usually I plan it a day or two ahead of time, so tonight's just going to be kind of fun, hang out. Don't really care what happens, but we'll just watch a good race and have fun broadcasting it. Yeah, pretty much. We're going to see where it goes for sure. So trucks are out. Final practice time before we go live racing, and it looks like Matt's going to hold on to the pole position, still followed by Daniel, Martin, and Chase. So nothing changed. Looks like Matt's just now getting out on the track. Let's see if we can't get Matt on the radio. Hey Matt, it's Rich and J Rock up in the booth. You got a copy? A nice pole position. Congratulations, buddy. You feeling good out there? It looks like, huh? Nice. You looking at the longer runs tonight, or what's your game plan? Ten four. I hear you, lad. We're watching qualifying times up there while you guys are qualifying. Looks like Daniel's running right there with you. You think you and him are going to have a pretty good battle tonight? All right. Well, we'll definitely keep an eye on you two fast trucks out there. J Rock, you got anything for Matt before we let him go? Good luck, Matt. Oh, there you have it. Words from the pole sitter. What do you think? We're going to see some good battling tonight. So it looks like the field's making their way off the track to get ready to get lined up on the grid. Looks like we're getting ready to go live or go racing anyway. Yeah, most definitely. Well, I want to thank SBP for creating some outstanding tracks, TWA for putting on this show tonight, and of course, our crew, DRTV, and hope we have a good race. So let's go down there and keep an eye on these trucks. They're getting lined up on the grid. Pace cars in. They should be taking the green this time by, and we're underway. Matt jumps out to a pretty good lead. Daniel got a little bit loose in the corner, but looked like he got it under control. Right? It's like Daniel's trying to look under him, just doesn't have a good enough run to get down there yet. Daniel is running lower in the corners. Looks like Matt's going to slide up in the corners. Daniel's going to see a door and go right through it. Top five is actually pulling away from the rest of the pack. They've got leader's got over a 2 second lead over the sixth place car right now. And we're under caution. Looks like the number 4 got spun around under caution, just got a little loose and self-spun, it looked like. Was that Cyber's caution? Here we are watching the replay. Oh yeah, the rear end just comes right out from under him, drifts him right up into the wall. Well, there you go. Half of our field goes down in the pits. It looks like the number 0, Matt Hatfield's coming back out of the pits up on the track now. Daniel seems to maintain the lead right now. Yeah, and the tough thing here at Dover. I mean, you've ran here with these guys. I've ran here with these guys before, and it seems like a big track, but when you're down there, you get sideways. It's real easy to get run over by cars behind you. It's just a good thing that nobody got into him, because that would have messed his night up, I think. Well, as we can see, everybody looks like they're getting lined back up and ready to go again soon. Yeah, I think that's a pretty common in most of the NASCAR leagues that we all run in. And the good thing about that is we all do run in pretty much the same leagues, bounce back and forth between 2 or 3 different leagues, and we all pretty much run the same rules. So it's good that everybody already knows that anyway. Yeah, most definitely. It looks like the lights are out on the pace truck. Let's go ahead and jump in the cab with the leader and see how this looks getting around our first lap. Could be. We're green flag racing, sitting in Daniel's car. We're going to dive down into turn 1. Pretty strong, still shifting gears, heavy in the throttle. Coming out of turn two, we're going to take it up by the wall. He's got trucks right on his rear bumper. He's going down into turn three now. And there you have it. First lap with your race leader, Daniel, in the 62. It looks like Martin's going to come up and give him a run in the 33. It's not quite on his bumper yet, but he's sticking with him. Yeah, most definitely. He has good nights and bad nights like most of us, but when he's on, he's on. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that's the number 4 of Phil. See if we can't go back and see what happened to him. Yeah, he just dives down there into turn 3. There's nobody really around him, and it just came out from under him. He didn't hit the wall nowhere near as hard as Chase did earlier. Or was that Cyber earlier? I'm sorry. But he's able to get it around without getting clobbered by anybody. J-Rock, you want to see if you can get Phil up on the radio? There you have it, the number 4. Phil puts it in the wall, not too hard, but he's back in the pits getting some new tires from flat spotting them, and should be able to get back in the mix of things. He he didn't seem too upset about it. So this lap by looks like pace car lights are out, or the pace truck lights are out. Should be able to go green next time by. So early in the race, we're only. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh yeah, most definitely. So this is really going to change up the fuel strategies. But where I was going to go with it is we're 14 laps in, getting ready to go 15 laps, and we've already had a couple cautions. Do you think we're going to see some long green racing out of these guys? I know they're fully capable of it. I hear that, and the green drops, and here we are underway again. First two into the corners, Daniel and Martin, followed by Dean. Dean's up in third place. Matt Hatfield's coming back up into fourth now. And it looks like Hatfield's looking below Dean. Doesn't have enough to get under him. Yeah, it looks like he saw Matt back there. It looks like he's trying to make some space between him and Matt now. Yeah, and 33's looking below him now. Oh, the 33 goes around. So we're here at the Monster Mile. Looks like we're on lap 8. And going to go back and check out what happened to Martin. Yeah, surprisingly enough, nobody got into him at all. Yeah, we went back through and looked at Dean's replay of it, and he certainly just got right underneath him after he got sideways. It could have been a lot worse than what it was. So it looks like our leader's finally gone into pits. Looks like he's back further in the pack a little bit now. Yeah, but I think they pitted last caution, so I think everybody's in their own little zone right now. Yeah, and the interesting thing is because everybody got into their own cycle during pit stops. Now the top five was the back five just a few laps ago. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens when those guys that were getting away from the pack now have to go through the pack. Well, we got us a new race leader in the number 43, Dean Woodward, followed by Bryson in the 69. Those two are pretty competitive drivers. This could still get interesting up front here. Yeah, most definitely. And you can't count out that number five. That number five is quiet, and sometimes he sneaks up there on you. So he might play in these top two cars also. He's just got a funny way of all of a sudden being there. Caution lights are out on the pace truck. Should be taking the green this time by. Well, yeah, most definitely. It's like Phil explained when were talking with him up here in the booth. Is you just got to get a couple laps in before you start pushing it, and it doesn't seem to matter if we're over at TWA or Dyno or TDR. It takes everybody a few laps to remember that. And we're green flag racing. And Dean gets a good jump on Bryson coming out of the line. Bryson gets a decent run coming off of two, makes up some of that ground. And it looks like we're back under caution again. Oh, it looks like the seven had a busted wheel or something. It looks like he's retired. Randy has taken it to the garage. See if we can't go back and see what happened to Randy. Actually, it looked like the 11 spun. Oh, and that's two times nosing into the wall for him. So it looks like we're 2 racers out right now. Number 11 retired. Probably got a lot of damage on his truck now after smacking the wall twice. And it looks like the number 7 of Randy has also gone out of the race. Looks like wheel damage. So a couple cars going down the pits. Keep an eye on Jackson in the number 5. Let's see what he does in the pits. So our 2 front runners still the number 43 of Dean Woodward and the number 69 of Keith Patton, also known as Bryson. Looks like they're holding down the front end. He is. He's making his way back up. He's right behind Too Tall right now. Too Tall sitting in 3rd place. The 62 sitting now in 4th place. So Daniel is on the move. And look who's following Daniel though. Well, Matt has a tendency to be a little calm and relaxed and not in too big of a hurry until he has to be sometimes. So the trucks roll out of turn 2. The pace lights are out on the pace truck and should be picking up the green sometime out of turn 4. You know, the tough part right now is our leader is only averaging 64 mile an hour right now a lap because of these cautions. They're going to have to pick it up to get them speeds up. It's like a Sunday drive almost. And the green comes out, and here we go, back underway. Dean gets another big jump. He's got that green flag figured out. It looks like Daniel's going to look for 3rd place. He dives under Too Tall. He's probably going to get him in this corner. Oh, and look, Bryson's taking over the lead. In one lap, Daniel has gone from 4th to 2nd, and he's on it. Looks like Too Tall's looking to get under the 43 of Dean now. We got side by side racing back here. Oh, they get a little squirrely coming off the corner. Almost went three wide. Yeah, we're back up at the 69 now. He's getting good runs right up on him. I'm sure it's not going to be long before he's going to make an attempt. He certainly is not giving Bryson much room for mistakes, is he? Oh, Bryson gets down on the apron. That slows him up. Daniel gets in the back end of him. Oh, and he's right in front of the traffic. Daniel's car is destroyed. There's the big one, folks. Oh, when he got sideways, he just put it sideways right in front of the whole pack. He's going to be hurting now. Well, that's definitely got to be putting us under caution now. Let's go take a look at that one. Yeah, I think what happened, with Keith getting down on the apron like that, it just kind of slowed him up so much, and Daniel was already all over him. He really didn't have nowhere to go, and he tried to get out of it, and he just made contact coming out of the corner, got him sideways. Then of course Daniel tried to miss it, and he got sideways, and it just put him right in front of the whole field. He just got touched by everybody. It looked like. Oh, most definitely. I don't think if the 69 would have got on the apron, I don't think he would have slowed up. We wouldn't have saw that. I think because he got down on the apron, that's what kind of jacked everything up. So as these trucks are coming in and out of the pits, seeing if they can get some repairs done, get fresh tires from getting bald spotted and all that sliding around, and this might change things up. We might see that the faster guys are not the faster guys anymore. It all depends on how much damage they got, I guess. Oh yeah, I think he got hit on every side and every corner before he stopped moving. There you have it. Looks like everybody's getting lined back up, and damaged trucks out on the field now. And hopefully we still see a bunch of these guys finishing, but I think it's going to be a different race. I really do. Got another leader again, the number zero, Matt Hatfield's back up on top. The 11 twice. Oh, I'm thinking cautions. Never mind. 102 laps to go still. Well, here we go. Pace car is out of the way and should be taking the green flag, and we are green flag racing. Oh, Matt's a little high in the corner. Chase was looking below him, didn't have enough room down there to get next to him. I don't think I'd want to be Chase right now. He's sitting between two of the faster guys in the field. Oh, they got in it. So looking back at what happened here, it looks like Chase got a little bit loose, let off of it right in front of Daniel, and Daniel just was already there on top of him, and they made contact. So the leader's going to take it in the pits. Looks like the 43 is going to take back the top spot. Here we see Hatfield in the first pit stall. He's going up on the right side. I think he has. I think he's out of sync with these guys. I think they're alternates right now. That's why we're seeing the lead switch back and forth. All four tires, or all four cars that were just in the pits, took all four tires. Exactly. That's what I was just thinking, because it seems like, every time we go around, we pit, we swap from one group to the other. Now we've got the secondary group running up in the top positions, and our faster group that seems to be in the first session is now going to be back at the back of the field again. But it looks like Martin's going to go ahead and pit a little late this time. And the lights are still on. We're going to go at least another lap around. I think so. It looks like Martin's taking all 4 tires in Sunoco fuel. We're on the roof cam of the number 23 at TWA, following around our leader. Yeah, we never did find out what happened to his wheel. Looks like he took it in the garage and headed out. So lights are out, should be diving off the track here any minute now, and we should be taking green this time by. And green flag, here we go. Dean gets another big jump. He has got that green flag starts figured out. Dean, yeah, he did, and Dean made a lot more distance up on the backstretch. He's just pulling away from Too Tall right now. Oh, it's a huge difference. I mean, that's one of the reasons I like driving at Dover is if you can get up front, you can run your line and you're so much faster. But once you get in traffic, it's almost like follow the leader and wait till the guy in front of you messes up at some points. So it looks like Too Tall's slowly making some of that distance back up, but he's not close within striking distance yet on him. Keith is all over Too Tall. I'm sure Keith's going to be looking below him here sooner or later. Also, he's got Matt Hatfield right on his back bumper. Matt's looking below Keith. Yeah, they're seeming like they're being a little more patient and a little more methodical about their motions now. Keith is looking like he's getting a little bit impatient. He's poking his nose down there and then backing off at the last minute. I don't think it's going to be long before Keith makes a move on Too Tall. He got in there high. He opened that door for the zero Matt Hatfield, and of course Matt's going to take it if you give it to him. The 62 gets around Bryson just as soon as Matt Hatfield does, and we got the zero and the 62 now looking at second position. Oh, Hatfield keeps it off of Too Tall. Good drive in there, but he was definitely looking. Yeah, he didn't get enough run that time, but he's planning on how he can get enough run to get around him. He's a very smart driver. He'll watch you in corners, and he'll plan it in his head, and he'll know how to get you coming off or on that corner. It looks like right now the battle is going to be for second place. Everybody pretty much staying single file line, but Matt is definitely looking at every chance he gets. He's got a nose under him now. And he's going to take it down the backstretch. And Daniel's following right behind him. Oh, and Too Tall goes real high and opens the door for Daniel, maybe even Keith if they stay with it. Well, he just can't get back down there. He can't get back in the racing groove because they're coming around him. And now it looks like Martin's going to take a shot at getting under him. So within a couple laps, looks like Too Tall's dropped from second to, what are we looking, fifth or sixth now? Martin got under him. He just hasn't been clocked in fifth yet. Crossing the line, that changes things up a little bit. And finally, Too Tall gets back in there. Oh, he got a little light rear-ended going into that corner. You could see his truck starting to get sideways pretty early, and he had almost a car length ahead of Matt when this happened. So tough break for the race leader. Matt did a good job staying off of him. It looked like. Another good thing is no other driver made contact with him, so at least nobody else is going to get messed up for that one. Oh, I definitely agree. They've got to be on moderate damage at least. If they were real damage, he wouldn't be running like he's running now. And a lot of leagues, you know yourself, a lot of leagues run that moderate damage just to be able to keep the fields a little bit more competitive. A couple of them run, the realistic damage, and you focus more on keeping your car clean than anything. But it's it's good in both places, I guess. Yeah, most definitely. So coming this time by the start finish line, we're going to have ourselves another new leader, the number 5 of Jackson, but he takes it down the pits. Probably still going to get the score if he beats the field down there. Matt Hatfield looks like he's going to take the lead position back over once the field cycles. Yeah, I don't think he did. It looked like the field passed him before the line. That currently puts him in 5th place. Oh, he's a real gentleman out on the track. I mean, we both race with him. We both know that, but you just can't describe how much of a gentleman he truly is out there. And he's this one of the most laid back guys I've ever raced with. I like racing with him. So the field cycles through. Looks like Hatfield and Daniels back in the top 2 positions, followed shortly by Martin and Phil, and then looks like Jackson's going to be in the 5th spot still. I don't think they cycled through. I think Jackson's actually in 6th. Okay, they're cycling back through now. We got a lap down car going to be on the inside lane. Is that what's going on there? I'm pretty sure they run a lucky dog, so if that's the case, he's probably the lucky dog, which means he probably should be at the back of the pack, and they'll probably bring him up to speed once the green drops. So the pace truck pulls off the track, and Matt Hatfield's going to take us to the green flag. And we're underway. Green, green, green. Hatfield and Daniel get a huge jump. They stay pretty close, but pretty much leave the field for a second. Yeah, Martin definitely got right back up there with them pretty quick. Didn't let them 2 guys get too far ahead. Oh, and Matt gets loose right on the front stretch. Oh, luckily nobody hit him. That's tough. That's twice now the leader has lost it. 2 different places, but that's tough. Oh, it looked like the 62 actually got in the rear end of him at an angle and turned him. So that's going to be a tough one. He's out in the field right now. Looks like he's still holding on to second place. Well, I think it was the third one he was involved in, but I don't know if he actually took the credit for all of them. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. I got to jump downstairs real quick. You're live on the air. Okay. Is that it? I'm on the air. 10-4. Hi, Jim. Bye, Jim. All right, I'm back. I said go down there and check in. They said they can't hear you, J Rock. I know. I hear you. Yeah, I just turned the volume up on the broadcast. I can't hear you talking either, J Rock, on the live feed. It's a good thing. It's me, the one man show, talking to somebody who ain't there. Oh well. What did we do to fix that before? Oh, let's see if that made a difference. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it is working. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it is working. Yeah, we probably need to have a little bit more setup time than we did today, right?
Yeah, it's a good possibility.
Race leader's 33 now. Martin's up front. Setup time than we did today, right? And looks like he's got a couple car lengths on the number 4 of Phil.
Looks like they've allowed the 62 truck to continue to run, so you could have been right as far as the 3 caution rule. Didn't necessarily have to park it.
Yeah, most definitely. I think it's possible that even though he was involved in the 3 different cautions, I don't think he actually had credit for all of them. So I think that's why he's still out there. Looks like our top 4 cars are a little bit spread out right now. Nobody's really being too aggressive up front. They are pulling a little bit of distance away from the rest of the pack, though. Looks like we might have another caution underway. No, we're still green flag.
Still green flag.
Looked like we had a couple skid sideways or something back there earlier. Daniel is way off pace right now. Doesn't look like Martin's got too much competition going on right now. Everybody's kind of settled in. We got a ways to go still. Only on lap 82 of 140. We're looking at 58 laps to go still.
Still plenty of green flag races to go. That 0 truck is making a charge.
It looks like Jackson gets around Bryson. I thought he was in front of him earlier. Yeah, he was. Never mind. Looks like everybody's pretty much spread out. Nobody's really pushing too much issues right now.
No, just like I was saying, Rich, I think once everybody had a chance, I guess, to see what they could get out of the setup earlier in the event, I think now they know, and it's going to bide their time.
It looks like Bryson made the move on Jackson. Bryson's going to take over the 4th place spot. Looks like Hatfield's trying to get under Jackson. Jackson takes it way high. Looks like we might come out of this corner 3 wide almost. Nope. Chase takes it down low.
That made it look interesting.
Jackson's way up top again. Chase is going to go on by him on the bottom. Dean's falling off the pace pretty good. He's a little ways back. I don't know if he's got enough to get back up there to get around Jackson himself. Looks like the battle's for 3rd place right now. Looks like Bryson's trying to peek under Too Tall every chance he gets. We saw this battle earlier tonight. Oh, Too Tall gets a little loose coming off the corner. He saves it. Good driving.
Keeping an eye on that zero truck there to see where he's progressing. He's tending to stay right between the 5th and 6th positions right now.
Yeah, I think he's waiting to see what Bryson's going to do here with Too Tall before he thinks about anything. Bryson's got under Too Tall now if he could just stay up there. They go off into turn 3 side by side. Too Tall stays up high. That's going to open the door for, oh, Matt got a little loose coming off the corner, lost that momentum. He had to get back out of it. Yeah, it was a good save. He was looking to get around Too Tall and just didn't have enough run to keep up with it. He's going to make another attempt right here.
That 23 gives him room.
And it looks like he's going to do it. Oh, maybe not. Looks like Too Tall had a good run off that top side to stay up there with him. It's tough on the top here, though. You know that. Eventually, if that guy is on the bottom, he's going to get you.
Finally gets around him.
So back towards the front, looks like Bryson is now picking on the number 4 of Phil. He's keeping his eye on him, looking under him every chance he gets. With Matt back there playing, trying to get around the other car, it looked like Bryson gained a little distance between him and the number 0. And now that he's caught up to 4, I think Matt's probably going to get back up there on his bumper and follow him right through if he gets a chance. Meanwhile, Martin's just cruising along up front. Oh, Phil slips up a little bit up high.
Hold on to it.
He almost got sideways, didn't he? Oh, Phil goes real high that time. That's going to open up the door for him. And what I tell you, Matt's right up there. He's going to take advantage of that. He's right at the right place at the right time. You put him under the number 4, and he's around him now.
And there's a caution on him.
We got one around.
I think, yes, we do.
The 23. Oh, it looked like there was a little bit of contact between the 23 and the 4 two times, and then the 23 pounds it into the wall. Oh, and then right up in front of Jackson. Jackson hit him pretty hard.
Oh, yeah. Jackson stayed way high. Thinking there was no way he was going to come back up that far.
Here we are following Jackson to see what happened when he went through there. Oh, we may have already missed it. So as these trucks cycle through their pits, we see the number 5 of Jackson, who had a little contact on that last caution, going down the pit road. Looks like Martin's going to regain his lead. So we're at lap 100, J-Rock. Was this race anything like you thought it was going to be? We only got 40 to go.
Yeah, it's turning out to be almost what I kind of expected. Maybe a little bit longer green flag. I think in these last 40 laps it's going to stretch. I think all the beating and banging as far as trying to get position, I think they're going to follow much like what the Zero truck has been doing. Just calm it down and
Yeah, most definitely. I think, though, one thing that comes to mind is fuel strategy now. So we only got 40 to go. We know we can't make it on one more stop, so everybody's going to have to at least stop one more time. It's almost like a new race again.
yeah, that was what I was going to touch on there as far as looking at how many laps are left. Typically, you can get anywhere from 30, maybe 32 laps on a tank of fuel next to your tires. So yeah, there's going to be at least one more stop. And if this continues to stay green, you might see 2 tires, maybe no tires, possibly to go to that final 10 laps.
I hear that. So the lights are out on the pace truck. He'll be pulling off the track here coming out of turn 4 shortly. Looks like Martin's up front, followed by Bryson, then Matt, then Phil, and then Dean takes your top 5.
think we've seen the last of like the 43 for sure. Even the 62.
Well, and that's the thing, there's a lot of guys out in this field. Practically everybody that's in this field is very competitive, very clean, good drivers. So it's still a crapshoot. I think. I think any of them, it's going to be all about being at the right place at the right time. It seems like. So we're green flag racing back. Martin takes us into turn one. Gets a pretty good jump on the 69. Looks like we got a battle going back here at the 43 and the 23 going at it for 6 and 7 spot. 43 goes high. The number 4 is going to get under him, or the 04. No, that was the number 4.
Yeah. Phil, the number 4 truck.
No, Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I was watching the 04 back there. That's Chase Barfield.
There you go. Yeah, I think that's
he's
a little bit confusion. Both trucks have the 4 on it, but Chase's truck actually has the 04.
Right, and Chase is battling it out with the 23 of Tutall right now. They keep swapping sides and going back and forth with each other, but ain't neither one of them really getting away from each other. Tutall goes down on the apron, saves it. Good driving. Back up front with our leader now, 33 Martin, still your race leader, followed by the 69 of Keith Patton, also known as Bryson, then followed by the number 0 of Matt Hatfield. And then look who's there, the 4th place, the number 62 is making his way back up here.
Yeah, I think that's like I was just saying, I don't think we've seen the last of those two yet.
And it looks like the 62 is now in 3rd.
I was just going to say that. I just noticed that as they come to the stripe.
I'm starting to wonder if something's wrong with the number 0, J-Rock.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think he's just saving his time. I think, like we were talking about, with the way that if this continues to go green for the rest of this event, which is far-fetched, but if it does, I think he's just saving his stuff up.
That could be. He doesn't seem to be too aggressive up there on the 62's bumper and just kind of laying back a little bit.
I believe that is what the 0 strategy at this point, with the amount of number laps left. Figures just let those front guys just use their stuff up, and he's going to be there to take it away from them. We'll see how this pans out, but if I know Matt Hatfield well enough, I think that's what's going through his mind right now.
Once again, the top 5 cars have pretty much left the rest of the field. 6th place is 2 seconds back from your race leader. 7th is going to be a whole 4 seconds plus back, almost 5 seconds back from the race leader.
Just watching how this thing's going to shake out here. I think if those top 3 can continue to run the way they are, that 0 truck is going to be able to take those he's going to gain those positions and might even allow those in the back, like you mentioned, as far as 5 seconds back to catch up. If this continues to go green, that is. Looking at only about 26 laps to go.
I think the top five got a couple car lengths between each one of them. Doesn't look like anybody's really getting too aggressive yet.
I just can only imagine some of the thoughts going through some of these drivers' minds. It's just like they know there's going to be another pit stop. That's pretty inevitable. But as far as what they're going to have to do during that pit stop, if this thing continues to go green, you might see no tires, maybe like two right sides, and just a splash of fuel.
Yeah, it's definitely going to turn down to a pit strategy game or race. But I'll tell you, one who's notorious for that is heading in early, and it could happen any minute because they're in their pit window right now. Is that zero would usually get in there pretty quick and silently, and he'll be good to go till the end. He calculates his laps, so he knows where he stands right now.
Oh, that's for sure. I mean, I think that's what I was hitting on as far as what's going through his mind as he stays behind these top three.
Oh, we got one messed up back there. Looks like it's the 69 of Keith.
Oh no.
Oh, and he's smoking bad. That's definitely going to bring out the caution.
The caution comes up. Well, that throws away all the strategy.
Yeah, most definitely.
I don't know. Did he just blow up? What the?
No, I saw him get on the apron. I think he went head on into the inside corner. We're going back and taking a look now.
Oh, he sure did. He got caught up on the apron. Tried to correct it, but also stay out of the other trucks way in the racing group. And, oh my goodness. Bad night.
Oh yeah, that was bad. He went head on into the end of the inside wall coming off of turn 2.
You almost have to tend to wonder if something broke in that truck. Like maybe a steering rod or something. He snapped and just slammed that wall.
Yeah, it looks like our whole field's coming in, or at least the top 5 are in on pit road right now. Let's see who's doing what on tires. Everybody's up on the right side. Oh, we got one taking 2. The 33 of Martin only takes 2 tires. Everybody else looks like they're taking 4 tires.
Yeah, you'd be I'd say you'd be a fool, I guess, under caution or to not take 4. I mean, under green, that would be a different situation, but definitely need to take 4. This is going to be very interesting. Final 10 laps here. We obviously got a little bit more than 10 laps, but I mean, once this thing gets going, it's going to be a 10-lap shootout.
Yeah, so this is going to get really interesting. Your first place car, the number 33, I believe only took 2 tires, and right behind him in second place has got 4 tires, and they're definitely going to have enough fuel to go to the end. So this is going to be really dicey, I think, these last few laps. Ought to get interesting. See if we can't get Bryson on the radio up here.
Yeah, let's make sure he's all right.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey Keith, it's Rich and J Rock up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
How are you feeling?
Good. A little hard hit there.
Yeah, it looked like you head right into the end of that inner wall, just destroyed your motor. I guess you're done, right?
Yeah, she just got a little loose on me there, and I don't know what happened. It just went around.
Yeah, that's what I was intending to talk to Rich about. It almost looked like something might have broken the front end there or something. Or was it just you just got on the apron?
No, it just broke loose. I was trying a little too hard. I was trying to move up on him, waiting for them last couple laps to see if I could take him.
10-4, I hear that. Well, it's a shame, buddy. You had a fast truck all night. We were watching you battle a couple different people throughout the night. Really good racing going on. It's just tough luck, and I mean, you know just as well as I do, that's racing, and just go at it again next weekend, I guess, right?
That's right. And I want to thank TWA for letting me come over here and race with them, and you guys broadcasting.
All right, buddy. We'll let you get back to spectating and watching the race like we are, and good luck next time, buddy.
Yeah, enjoy it. I think it's going to be a good finish.
User was moved.
Well, there you have it. He doesn't sound injured, but his truck is destroyed. He's going to sit out there and watch the rest of the race with us because he knows it's going to be a heck of a finish here, too. And I think we're getting ready to see a good show. What do you think, J-Rock?
No, this final lap here, I mean, it's going to go green, I think, all the way. I mean, we might see a late caution, if anything, but I'm curious to see what the 62 has got for that zero.
I think I would be more concerned with the 33 right now. I think he's going to be a sitting duck because they got both of them two fast trucks behind him, took 4 tires. Martin's going to have his hands full.
Well, and I guess maybe I should have elaborated a little bit. I'm not even, I hate to say it, but like you said, he's a sitting duck. I'm not even considering the 33 to stay there. I think it's going to be a battle between the 62 and the zero.
Pace car's off. They got the green flag. We are underway with 16 laps to go.
Yeah, I would doubt it at all. These guys are going to give anybody or any room. Zero's going for 33, 62's going for zero, and it's 33 is going to get hung off the dry.
He seems to be holding his own pretty good. They're not pulling up on him too fast.
Stranger things have happened, I know that's for sure. I mean, it isn't over to the fat lady sings, I suppose.
This could surprise us all. You never know. Phil in the 4th place right now could end up winning this thing. You just never know.
Yeah, these TWA guys are running the top 3. I guess if they get too tangled into each other, yeah, you might see someone like the Ford just take it away.
Looked like that last lap back there, the 62 got a little bit on the apron, got a little upset, but he was able to recover. The zero is not giving the 33 any room for error whatsoever.
He's definitely making work for his money. Oh, 33 got a little closer. He's right on his tail.
He's doing everything but pushing him down them straightaways.
He's just rattling a little bit. He's just making him realize he's still there.
Oh, Martin goes around right in front of him. This one, oh, 2, 3 cars spun.
4 gets involved. Oh, that's tough luck.
It's going to bring out the caution.
I honestly thought that the caution those guys are really pushing the issue.
So I'm gonna roll this back a little bit and see what all took place there. We know a few cars got around, tangled up.
It's showing Stonewall in the 5 truck. He's having a transmission problem, looks like.
So it looks like the 33 just got maybe a little light on the rear end. Didn't look like no contact, and he just kind of looped it right in front of the 0 and the 162 or the 62.
Yeah, that was just tight racing there. I don't think
Matt did an amazing job staying off of him. You know, Daniel did a really good job staying off of Matt, but Daniel kind of got suckered into that apron, which got him sideways, and the 4 is also looking sideways. Wow.
Yeah. We've seen this happen all event long. It's just very, very tight racing. I don't think it's any coincidence of any driver really getting into one that spins. It's just tight racing.
Yeah, most definitely. Chase in the 04, or I'm sorry, I get him confused now. Yeah, and the 4 just does a really good job staying off the 62 while he got his car under control. Very, very rough time there.
Yeah, the 04 Chase Bardfield, he's actually showing involved in that accident there. Looks like he's retired for the remainder of the event.
Yeah, so Stonewall's out with a transmission issue. Chase must have got involved in that accident there. That's going to end Martin's night tonight. I guess that smack in the wall was finally enough to do him in.
And I must have missed something, but the 43 truck ended up going a lap down.
Yeah, I didn't see how that happened either. I wonder if he was in the pits when the caution came.
Yeah, he might have been one of those. Yeah, a lot of times, that's what happens when you get caught in the pits when the caution comes out. You tend to automatically get scored a lap down.
Yeah, because we were just talking about that. I mean, we were in the window that anybody could have went at any given time, and if a caution wouldn't have fly, that would have been the time to go. Because he would have been setting pretty good to the end of the race with everyone else still having to go in. But, if he was in there when that caution came out, that's what got him.
And with less than 10 laps to go, there's no lucky dog.
And the number 0 is sitting in the top spot. There's a car between him and the 62, the 23 at Tutall. If Daniel's going to get up there, he better get on the move. Otherwise, Matt's just got to deal with the 23, and he might have this thing wrapped up. We'll see. Lights are out.
I haven't necessarily seen the 23 be that strong, but I think anything goes in this final. It'll guess coming up to the stripe, it'll be 6 laps to go.
Yeah, I think from what I've seen so far tonight, I think the 23 has a really good chance at holding on to second. I don't see him being aggressive enough to get up there on Matt and take advantage, but the thing I think that he's going to have to worry about is that 62, because that 62 is not going to wait for very long.
Oh yeah, I think he's proven that all race long.
I think the 23 can hold his speed. I just don't think he's aggressive enough to battle with those two guys right now. And Matt said it at the beginning of the night tonight. It's most likely going to come down between the guys that this is their playground. Matt's one of them. The 62 is one of them. Martin was one of them, but Martin ended up getting knocked out now. We pace cars off the track, or the pace trucks off the track. We should be taking the green at this time by. It looks like we're going to have 6 or 7 to go. Green flag racing. 6 laps to go. 62 has jumped down on the inside. Yeah, 0 jumped out there. 62 is looking down low, though, on the 23 already. Oh, the 0's just running away with it. 62 had to tuck back in behind the 23. He's making another run for it. He got down beside him this time.
23 is holding that 62 truck up.
And the 62 got under him, so he's going to get around him, probably coming off this corner.
Oh, he's got plenty enough time to catch the 0. I don't know if he'll get around him, but he'll get to him.
It's going to be interesting.
Four laps to go at the straight.
I don't think the number 0 is looking back at all. I think he's just going.
Well, I think he is actually, but at the same time, I think, yeah, he's pedal to the floor. He's like, holding nothing back. You saw him doing that, I guess, in prior to the last caution come on. He's like, not doing it now. I saved enough of my stuff. I'm going.
It's coming down to the wire. I don't know that Daniel's got enough time to get up there with him.
Gonna be 2 laps to go to the straight.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking Daniel should have already been up there. I think Matt's going to take this as long as he don't mess up. Well, the 0 and the 62 are just pulling away from the rest of the field. These are the 2 dominant trucks. They've been pretty dominant most of the night. They're taking the last lap now.
Taking the white flag lap right now.
Going into turn 3, now coming off turn 4, the number 0 looks like he's going to be your race winner. Oh, that's the white flag. They're on the last lap now.
There we go. Get it straight. I guess I'm just rooting too much for that 62 to get to the bumper to the 0.
I don't think he's going to get up there. He's running out of track.
He is running out of track now. He's got maybe 2 trucks in front of him. Like, let's go.
And there it is. Your race winner, the number 0.
He gave it a valiant effort. I'll give him that.
He was close right there at the flag, though. He finally caught up with him. Well, there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, number 0, Matt Hatfield, wins at Dover for the TWA CWS Truck Series.
Good to see this event finish under a green flag and otherwise a caution. And although we did see plenty of those tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Hatfield's going to go down there and do a small burnout, and then he heads to the garage, it looks like. So there you go. TWA Truck Series at Dover. What did you think, J-Rock?
Oh, I thought it went pretty much somewhat like I expected. Definitely want to see it finish under green. I know that's a big thing amongst the TWA guys anymore, that finish these things under green and not necessarily just run away with it under caution.
Yeah.
So, give them kudos for that.
Yeah, I agree most definitely. And it was really an intense racing right up there at the end of the race. I was really, really hoping 62 would get up there and make it a really tight battle. And I'm sure Hatfield was keeping his eye on him back there. So let's see if we can get in touch with the top 3. We'll go to the 3rd place car first. Too Tall. J-Rock, you got Too Tall?
Too Tall. How you doing, buddy? You gave the 62 a run for his money there. It looked like they're in the final laps there. What was it like for you?
I gave him all I could give him. didn't have a real good truck tonight. I'm lucky to get third. I'm just happy to get a podium finish tonight. I just was out there cruising, just trying to gain points, and obviously I didn't do that because Spider won. So
Well, Matt Hatfield has always shown his strong arm, I guess, at this place. So it's no discount, I guess, on your effort there. I mean, that was a pretty good run. You got tangled there. Chase Barfield, I guess, a little bit earlier. I guess was that just tight race in there, or was that something else going on there?
I don't really want to comment on that, and to be professional, I won't comment on that. It's been a racing deal between him and I just won't comment.
Well, that's that's professional, I guess. Just wondered if it was something, I guess, that was a personal issue or whatever. Very good run for you, obviously a podium finish for you. So I think Rich has got our second place runner up, I guess, to the zero chart. Rich, you got?
No, actually, I'm down here with Daniel. Daniel finished in second place. It looked like Dan. You here, buddy? Uh-oh, don't tell me we got radio difficulties. You there, Daniel? Oh no, we're not going to be able to deal with Daniel tonight. But just I hope he can hear me. And Daniel, I was rooting for you all night long, buddy. It looked like you were the car to beat out there, even after getting knocked around a little bit. And it was an exciting race. I was really hoping you was going to get up on Matt's bumper and make it tight at the end. But excellent race, great second place, man. I'm hoping you're going to do just as good next time we see you out here. Good race, man. Daniel says thank you. He's having radio issues, everybody. So we'll see if we can't get a hold of him next time we run into this group out here. Matt Hatfield, you got J Rock. J Rock, you got Matt?
I do. I'm gonna reiterate, I guess, what you said like at the beginning of the run here, as far as the one that's got this place figured out and so on. Elaborate a little bit more what you said in the initial interview before the start of this thing.
Well, I think I think anytime you come here, you got to beat that 62 truck and Daniel.
He definitely was coming for you, I guess, at the end there, and it obviously just ran out of time. But I noticed, I guess, and they did. I'm sure Rich did too. Is we saw that you kind of saved yourself up there, I guess, in that before that last caution there, and it's just was that your strategy, I guess, at that point, or was it just a matter of something else?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Krispy Kreme for being on the truck tonight, and of course, Joey Mining, you guys for putting it on. But we got in that green run that we talked about earlier, and had to balance, and that's key for Dover. And just biding their time, and I didn't want it to a yellow come out then, but there was one fell, and we was able to get down pit road, get some rubber, and had some things fall their way. Um, we come out on top.
Well, you definitely made it look pretty easy there. Like you stayed out of trouble. We saw a lot of cautions, so on. Plenty of the field, I guess, had to retire. I guess for certain issues in another, and yeah, you definitely showed it. Practice what you preach, if you will. I guess going into this event. So that's a good run for you, and good for your sponsor, your TWA, the whole stable.
Well, I think Dover is a lot like Darmstadt. It's too tough to tame, and if you get out there and you think you're Superman for a lap or two, it bites back. And I think we've seen a lot of guys getting bit back tonight early on. I knew we was going to get in that green flag deal, and I just wanted to be around for the green flag run because I felt we figured out the balance, and I knew it was going to come down to balance, just like them last 7 laps come down to balance. There's an ultimatum there. You pit, you go down pit road, you take 4, and the 62 stays out, and he's in victory lane. So we had just enough rubber I felt like to carry us to 7 laps, and I can tell you that sucker was eating them last 7 laps. And he had a truck between me and him, and he had to get by him, so that helped us. And here we are. We're sitting in victory lane.
Well, and it's like I said, you definitely made it look easy. You've already thanked your sponsors as far as DRT, I guess, for putting a sign here. I appreciate Rich giving me the opportunity, I guess, to help him out, I guess, in his studio. So, Rich, you got anything else you want to add, I guess, to the event? I think it was to be expected. I think we had everything under the sun, I guess, that could possibly happen here.
Yeah, definitely exciting race right towards the end there. Good race throughout the whole race, but at the end it started getting a little more frisky, you might say. And I'm just